Okay, I got my 2005 Mazda 3i. I'm going to be replacing these rear shocks. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. If you've ever replaced the front ones, then you won't have any trouble doing this. And we're just going to get a hold over here on this cross member, and then we'll get us a jack up in the front on a pinch weld there, and go ahead and get this wheel off here on this passenger side. Okay, with our wheel off, we're just going to get up here. We've got a couple of 12 millimeters, and I'm just going to be using my pneumatic to get that out of here. Okay, and with those loose, we're going to come back here to the back, and we've got us a 17 millimeter. And I'm going to show you right there. And you can, if you don't have the impact or whatever, you can just get a breaker bar or whatever. It's going to be kind of snug, but I've got my impact, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of there at this point. And that is what that big bolt looks like there. And with that one out, we've got this freed up, and we'll probably have to compress it a little bit just so we can pull it out through the top of this a little bit easier. And like I said, once it's compressed, it'll be easier to wiggle it out. I'm going to need both hands here, looks like, though. Almost got it. And there we go. And I think it doesn't matter which way this goes, it's the same, but I went ahead and marked it anyways. So we're just going to go ahead. At this point, we're going to get this 13. We'll have to hold this with a crescent wrench or something, pliers. Okay, and here we are getting this loose. I'm just using a little crescent. It takes quite a bit of force to break it loose at first. Once you get it loose, it's no problem. Okay, now this part just pulls right off of the old shock, and you're just left with that. And we're just going to transfer this right over to our new one. And I said I usually just get it really tight by hand when I'm holding it with a crescent, but if you're wanting to torque it, you're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to get a little crow's foot to be able to hold that and get your torque wrench on it. But I'm just going to get it really tight by holding it and everything, and I'm fairly confident it's not going to come loose. Okay, and here's my method of tightening. I got a big crescent, and I'm just using a couple of wrenches to get a lot of torque on it. I would think no more than 20 foot-pounds on this. Okay, and with that top tightened, we're ready to go ahead and set this back into place. We'll have to compress this down a little bit to slide it up in there. I'm going to go ahead and work on getting the top in, and then I'll work on the bottom, just ever how you want to do it. Okay, and I've got my top ones in. I put some medium Loctite, and I went ahead and went 20 foot-pounds on them. Now I'm getting ready to go ahead and work in this lower part into where it goes. And we'll go ahead and get this big bolt back in, and we're going to put some Loctite on it as well. Okay, and I would point out it's real easy to reach around here and get to this bolt, and you just like barely push up on this, and you're able to line that bolt up. And then you can just reach around here and get your ratchet and finish getting it in there. And if you have to adjust, like I said, it's real easy to push up on this strut here. This one here, I'm going to go 70 foot-pounds on it, 70 or 75. I'm going to go ahead and finish tightening this. Okay, so I just got the final torque on that 17 back there. And so now we're ready to go ahead and get our wheel back on here. Okay, with our wheel on, we're ready to go ahead and lower the car now. We've got our jack stand out. We'll get the final torque on our lugs. Usually go 85 foot-pounds. We'll go ahead and get those torqued, and we'll take it and see how it does. Okay, and that's all for this video. I said the struts are doing real good, and hopefully that's been helpful. And thank y'all for watching, and please like and subscribe if you like the video.